A él no lo motiva ni el dinero ni las comodidades. Lo motivan los grandes objetivos.
Es la manera de manejarse él, lo honesto que es, lo gran técnico que es. Yo creo que es uno de los mejores técnicos del mundo.
In the early 90s, an ex-player of Argentinian side Newell's Old Boys returned to his former club and transformed their fortunes. After winning 2 league titles, he remains a legend to this day.
Para el hincha de Newell es un ídolo fundamental. Es un dios para nosotros.
Bueno, para mí es como un sinónimo de maestro, de un maestro que tuve durante 7 u 8 años en las divisiones juveniles de Newell y en el primer equipo profesional de Newell. La persona que nos enseñó muchísimo. Una persona que nos contagia a casi todo ese equipo las ganas de ser entrenador, de dirigir, de vivir por el fútbol y para el fútbol.
Marcelo Bielsa brought pride and passion back to Newell's Old Boys. Carried shoulder high by his players on winning the 1990 league title, his defiant and expletive Newell's Carajo remains the fans' war cry to this day. He went on to become one of the most respected coaches in world football, leading Argentina to Olympic gold in 2004, transforming Chilean football as national coach and again at club level with Athletic Bilbao. His admirers are many, including Manchester City coach Pep Guardiola and Tottenham Hotspur manager Mauricio Pochettino, who Bielsa signed as a 13-year-old at Newell's Old Boys.
Marcelo Bielsa has got a vision of life which is admirable. The principles that he applies to his day-to-day life. There is an enigma about him. Creates an aura surrounded by pupils, otherwise known as disciples. And that creates a cult of the personality.
Victor and I went over to Buenos Aires. We sat in a hotel with him for effectively 12 hours. What we found very quickly was he's not a man who wanted to be sold to. You know, we felt that we were going to have to explain to him the vision of Leeds and the potential of Leeds, but he got that straight away. He understood it.
Me parece que es una persona que se fija mucho en objetivos, en logros que no sean tan fáciles. Lo fácil quizás lo aburra. A él le interesan los desafíos difíciles, desafíos que tengan que ver también mucho con el corazón que le pueda poner él y las personas que van a trabajar con él. En cuanto a el Leeds, es un grande del fútbol inglés que hace rato que no es grande. Él creo que vio en su imaginación volver a ser al Leeds uno de los grandes de Inglaterra. Y esa motivación y ese objetivo seguramente lo motivó muchísimo para poder intentarlo.
In going for Bielsa, I think it was an admission that they needed to bite the bullet with the head coach. They needed to find somebody with that track record, with that proven ability, or at least that kudos and that aura that could get the club, get a hold of the club and change the culture of it, change the way in which they played, gain the respect of the players, which I think at times over the years has definitely been an issue.
One of my jobs was to get the contract signed and agree the commercial terms, and one of the frustrating things was I couldn't get him to talk or debate or engage in that subject at all.
Él mira mucho los detalles de cada uno de los clubes que dirige y no solamente la parte deportiva o la parte del club Leeds. Estudia la ciudad, estudia la gente, estudia todo lo que rodea a Leeds como ciudad, dónde la gente le interesa ir, qué lee, cómo se mueve la gente por la ciudad. Si no hay una ciudad que lo haga sentir enamorado de la ciudad, no va a ir. Es decir, Bielsa no fue a dirigir el Leeds por el club Leeds. Bielsa fue a dirigir el Leeds por la ciudad en su conjunto.
So even though we were only in Buenos Aires for 24 hours, we shook hands knowing that he was going to be the next Leeds United head coach, but not knowing anything about what the contract was going to contain.
Consideré la fortaleza del proyecto deportivo e institucional, analicé las posibilidades deportivas y bueno, eso hizo que hiciera esfuerzos para ser el que finalmente eligieron. Bueno, los entrenadores no tenemos otra opción que imponer lo que pensamos, porque no se puede convencer proponiendo algo en lo que uno no cree.
He comes with the nickname El Loco, and because you only have the chance really to read about him and to analyse him in that way before he arrives, you have this picture of a crazy individual, in no way level-headed, loose cannon who could do anything at the drop of a hat. But I think in the flesh and in practice, obsessional is the word. He wants things to be right.
I think he's great. I think he's honestly one of the best in the world. He had a great impact on me, and I hope he promotes, honestly.
He's single-minded in a way that very few head coaches I've seen before are. He keeps the players at arm's length, he keeps the media at arm's length. He strikes me as a guy who has nothing on his mind at any stage of the day apart from football. I think it has been his life for a long time.
All of us were like, well, wow, we're about to work a whole season for one of the best managers. Everybody speaks so highly of him, do you know what I mean? So straight away, like, no matter what he wants done, you say he's standing like, yeah, absolutely no problem.
I thought this could be a spectacular failure. It could be spectacularly brilliant. Do my homework, start to think, wow, this guy's a bit different. There's people talking about him in a quite a special way.
Probably the most honest guy that I've ever met in football. He was very, very obsessed with no cheating, never try to be honest every time you are on the pitch.
Marcelo was very, very specific on the additions we needed to make and was actually much more focused on what he could get out of the existing squad. And so the players that he said would step up, so players who potentially had been written off by the fan base like Liam Cooper and Calvin Phillips, they were specific players that Marcelo said, I will make them the best players in the league.
What do you think of him, Graham?
What? Bielsa. Oh, I think he's lovely. I'd love to bump into him. He walks round Weatherby sometimes. I'm always going to get bus and go to Weatherby so I can see him. I heard he goes in Costas. I'd like to bump into him and say, I'm Calvin's grandma.